If you're watching this video, it probably means that you're a fan of the movie 300. It's one of my all-time favorites because it brings out that masculine ferocity. I find it engaging, and I really love the sacrifice of Leonidas in the movie. In this video, though, I'm going to be focusing on a decision-making quality that I think makes Leonidas powerful as a king, as a leader, and I want to share that secret with you, and I promise you it's not going to be what you expect. So I'm going to show you some footage right now. You're going to watch it, and then I'm going to reveal what this trait is.
This is blasphemy. This is madness. This is Sparta!
Then what must a king do to save his world when the very laws he is sworn to protect force him to do nothing?
It is not a question of what a Spartan citizen should do, nor a husband, nor a king. Instead, ask yourself, my dearest love, what should a free man do?
So if you didn't catch that, notice that Leonidas actually trusts his queen's decision-making capacity above his own. He looks for approval. He looks to her for advice. And the reason why, and the theme of this video, is that women with their feminine energy, because they're naturally more feminine, have greater access to their intuition. And the reality is, this is one of the biggest weaknesses for men in business. This is one of the biggest weaknesses for driven men, period, is that they make decisions based on their intellect as opposed to their intuition. Now, in Vedic wisdom, the intellect is known as the historian. And the reason why is because the intellect comes from fear, defensiveness, and subconscious programming. It's essentially looking backwards to make a decision looking forward. It's just based off the constructs that you've been exposed to, whether it's from society or growing up, etc. But it doesn't take all pieces of information into consideration. And as a result, intuition doesn't always make sense. And the reason why is that intuition is based upon feeling, whereas intellect is based upon thinking. And when you look at the masculine archetypes, two of the archetypes that the modern day man or businessman struggle in is the magician energy, which is all based around connection to spirit, and the lover energy, which is all based around fulfillment, feeling, connectedness, is where we struggle. And for most women, they're incredibly amazing at being connected to these energies. Now, a huge switch that I've made over the last couple of years is that I actually trust my intuition more than I do than my intellect. And I'm going to give you a reason why, using myself and my partner, our relationship, and something that happened in my business that was a massive setback, a massive failure because of the lack of intuition in decision making. Now, I'm going to pre-frame by saying I was wrong and my partner Danny was right. She essentially had a feeling about an employee that was performing well, an executive in the business. Everything logically, though, everything intellectually was going fine. And as a result, I ignored her advice. She essentially said, I don't have a good feeling about this guy. I don't think you can trust him. Now, that was a feeling. That was intuition. That wasn't thinking logical, what makes sense. And what ended up happening is I ignored her advice and he stole a bunch of money from the business, caused huge destruction. And because I didn't tap into my intuition or trust her advice, it cost me big time. So what I encourage you to do with this information is two things. Number one, if you're a man or a woman that's watching, you need to take your intellect off the throne as the king of your decision making and put the intellect as the servant. At the moment, most people's intuition just chimes in quietly as the servant, whereas the intellect from fear, safety, insecurity, programming is there controlling all the decision making, keeping you safe, but stopping you from living your dream life, whereas your intuition wants you to grow and wants you to live your most aligned, authentic life. And instead of giving them a little whisper, you need to allow them to have the throne, and then the intuition can call upon the servant of the intellect and say, help me make it happen. That's the first thing. The second one is, if you're a man, trust your woman's advice more. And if you're a woman whose man doesn't trust your advice, tag them in this video so they can watch it. I hope this was valuable for you, and I can't wait for you to tune into the next one.